We love this so much that we brought half of the Cincione. We brought half the whole tray. Look at that tray. That is a full sheet pan size. Look at that. That's the Cincione Palermitano with Caciocavallo cheese right here in Palermo, Italy. Ciao, Palermo! Ciao! Okay, so what you can see here, by letting this Cincione Palermitano sit for a couple minutes, it's pulled away from the edges of the pan, which will make it easier to release this tomato pie. The Lanza family of Sicily and New York City hail from the Dukes of Bavaria that held the title of Prince of Butera. In 1650, Giuseppe Lanza Branciaforte, 5th Prince of Butera, retired from politics and retreated to his mansion in Bagheria, Sicily, bringing his entire court and chefs with him. Giuseppe Lanza Branciaforte, 5th Prince of Butera, in 1650 changed the San Vito Monastery, which was established in 1638. He changed the nuns' bechamel sauce, no tomatoes, Cincione recipe, and introduced Cincione Bagheria, made with onions, extra virgin olive oil, little fish such as anchovies, herbs, and a curd-stretched cheese such as Caciocavallo, the oldest cheese in southern Italy. Now, so this Cincione was the only pizza that was known in all of Italy from 1816 till 1860. All right, I was talking to a buddy of mine about cooking with feel. So here's what I brought back from Sicily. I've got this Caciocavallo cheese. We're going to make some Cincione Palermitano. I'm going to make it a little bit different today. I'm not using Cento San Marzano tomatoes. I'm going to use these DOP San Marzano tomatoes. This sauce gets cooked. We already have our diced onion in here. I have the anchovies minced already ready to go into this pot. And in there we've got some the white onions. We've got the anchovy. We've got a little bit of the extra virgin olive oil, some dried oregano, dried basil. We're going to use granulated garlic in here today. We've got our yeast with our honey, and that's getting nice and foamy. We have 3 cups of Caputo semolina flour to 2 cups of bread flour. So we've got 2 cups of this nice yeast foamy mixture that's activating there, to altogether 5 cups of flour, 3 cups of semolina, 00 Caputo flour to 2 cups of King Arthur bread flour, and we're going to get that mixing here in the bowl. We've got our Calabrian back there, our Calabrian pepperoncino. We're going to add some of that to this, not too hot, leave a little bit. And we're going to crush those tomatoes by hand, get this in here, and get this sauce for the Cincione Palermitano cooking down. Wow, I wish you could smell the aroma and taste the flavor of that Caciocavallo cheese. Here we've got our caramelized onions. We've got our crushed San Marzano DOP tomatoes in there. And with a little bit of brown sugar. And we're going to mix that all together. It's got the anchovies, it's got the oregano, it's got the basil, the garlic. That sauce is going to cook down on the stove. We've got our frothy yeast mixture there. We're going to add our flour to that. We've got that mixed with the Sicilian sea salt. But before that, we're going to eyeball about a 1/4 cup if we want to add more of extra virgin olive oil. We're going to add our flour to that. As such, I usually go anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 cup. We're going to use our fork first to stir this. Get that incorporated in there before we put our dough hook on and let this finish up. But you can see that amount of frothed yeast and water is going to give us a nice dough for the Simcione. There's no hurry on cooking this sauce. It only needs 30 minutes. This dough is going to need an hour to rise after it's done kneading in the KitchenAid. We're going to let that knead for a total of 7 minutes. Right now, we've probably got about 5 minutes left. Let's ask Alexa. Alexa, how many minutes left on the timer?
You have 3 minutes left.
Ooh, only. She said 3 minutes left. So this gives us time to dice up our anchovy. All right, here is our dough. We're going to get it in this grease bowl here with extra virgin olive oil. We're still not going to start the sauce. The sauce only takes 30 minutes. But here we have our dough that is risen. We're going to punch that down, cover it, and let it rise for another hour. Okay, you can see our dough is rising there. Our oven is preheated at 425 degrees. Our sauce is finishing up its 30-minute melding of ingredients, the oregano, the caramelized onions, a little bit of brown sugar, garlic, dried oregano, dried basil, anchovies, no sea salt. Got another 10 minutes or so on the second rise of our spugna dough, or sponge dough, our Simcione, and we're going to stretch it out with our fingertips here. On the pan, we used our fingertips to stretch out the dough. And we've got our grated Caciocavallo cheese. It's going to go on top after we put dollops of sauce over the pieces of Caciocavallo cheese and anchovy that's pressed into the dough. We're going to dress that with olive oil and put it into the oven. And then take it out and sprinkle some Pecorino Romano cheese and breadcrumbs over that and put it back in the oven at a much lower heat at 200 degrees Fahrenheit for another 5 minutes. All right, here we have it. The spugna, the Simcione, is got a nice rise after 3 hours. Okay, so to top the Simcione Palermitano with the Caciocavallo cheese, you can just want to evenly distribute the cheese and the anchovies over the spugna, over the crust, the sponge. The anchovies, by refrigerating them, makes them easier to scatter over the dough and easier to work with. And then when you sauce it, you're going to sauce by spreading it over the pizza, over the Simcione as such. If you want to come back and clean up that edge over there, that little spot, you can. Now here's what I learned during my trip to Sicily, to Palermo, is that there is a bakery, Al Volcano del Pane, that takes extra Caciocavallo cheese, and a lot of Sicilians do this, and they top the Palermo pie with extra Caciocavallo cheese, and there's a lot of recipes that call for that, and that's what I'm going to do here. There you go.
In Napoli, where love is king, when boy meets girl, here's what they say. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie.
All right, that's 20 minutes. That's a full 20 minutes. I did 10 minutes turned one way, 10 minutes turned the other. We've got our pecorino romano and cheese and breadcrumbs. We're going to just sprinkle that lightly over that. Cincione. We've got it on the peel to put back into the oven. We've got the oven down to 200 degrees. And then we're going to have Alexa do 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
No, Alexa, wait a minute. All right, so here we have our Cincione Palermitano. Here's what I also learned in Sicily is that Al Volcano del Pane does not use the pecorino and breadcrumb topping on their Palermo tomato pie. In the Capo Mercato, the Capo Market, and the Ballarò Market in Palermo, you will find different types of tomato pie that also do not have the Caciocavallo cheese on top. They just have the Caciocavallo cheese and the bits of anchovy pressed into the dough. But you can see, we'll let this sit for a minute, that this has a nice rise to it. After its 3 rises here on the stovetop at, where the oven was at 425 degrees, we got a nice rise the first time we punched down the dough. Then we've got a second rise. We let that go for an hour. Then we stretched it out on this greased pan with our fingertips, and we let that sit and rise for another hour. Then we pressed the bits of Caciocavallo cheese and anchovies into the dough, and then we used dollops and our fingers to put the sauce on top, as well as we showed you it without Caciocavallo cheese on top. And we here have the finished product here, which was 20 minutes at 425 degrees Fahrenheit with another 5 minutes with the pecorino romano and breadcrumb sprinkle. Okay, so what you can see here, by letting this Cincione Palermitano sit for a couple minutes, it's pulled away from the edges of the pan, which will make it easier to release this tomato pie. As you can see, right off the peel, work it right onto the board. Pull your peel back. If you need to move it a little bit, you can. Okay. So, let's put a little bit of parsley over this for color and a little extra Italian flavor. A little dried parsley. Let's get some of these Calabrian hot peppers on the side. Put a few of them in there. A little crushed pestle and mortar. And there you go. Some nice fresh crushed Calabrian hot pepper. All right. Simple enough. Pizza wheel. All right. Pizza wheel. Find your center. That looks around center. Right through. Okay. Find your center. Eyeball your center. Somewhere around there, right? Does that look good? I don't know. Hard to hold a camera in one hand. Okay. Right through. How big do you want your slices? It depends. How about we do these smaller than what you normally get? You normally get a slice this size. So let's do it. We'll do one side, and we can always slice them down. So you normally get a slice about that size in Sicily. Bellissimo. Wow. Same thing here. We'll come right through. That's normally how they slice it. Now, if you were to look at that slice, let's put the pizza wheel down for a minute. Look at that. Look at the thickness of that spagna, of that Simcione. Okay, so let's look at the bottom of that pie. Look at that. That's the Palermo tomato pie. And guess what? I'm actually going to leave it that size. So you can see how that comes out perfectly. Hey, how about a bite? Over my plate. Unbelievable. That's absolutely delicious.
When the moon hits your eye like...
Now here I cut the slices in half again so you can get a smaller slice, but still you can see the wonderful color on the Simcione. And look at that. Now here's the Caciocavallo cheese again. This is what's left over. I brought this back from Sicily. This cheese makes all the difference. It's buttery. It is a sheep's milk cheese that is made in the mountains of Sicily. And why it's called cavallo, the horse in Italian, is in the tradition, the cheese is made in the mountains with the sheep's milk or cow's milk. And they age it and it becomes very buttery. And then they shape it into a teardrop shape with a knob at the top. And they tie the rope around it and they throw them over the horses back in the day. And then they bring them to market. So, there you have it. Caciocavallo cheese. Simcione Palermitano. Look at that. That's Simcione Palermitano with Caciocavallo cheese right here in Palermo, Italy. Ciao, Palermo! Ciao! The amazing part is, it tastes just like the Simcione Palermitano that I tasted in Sicily. Ciao.
Here's what they say. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. When the world seems to shine like you've had too much wine, that's amore. Bells will ring.